Hello everybody and welcome back to the Creature Flesh workshop. So, where are we up to so far? We have completed our blocking stage, which is the first stage in our journey. This means that we've got our initial form and everything that we need in front of us to start working and detailing on. And if you'd like to see how we did that, check out part 1 of this video series. So the next stage is to start adding some detail in, and this stage is going to be all about wrinkles. So let's talk wrinkles. Skin texture is something that can really make or break your mask. It can take it from joke shop quality to hyper-realism, but it's not an easy thing to do. With skin, you have to think about texture, skin flaps, wrinkles, how loose or tight the skin is. Is it human? Is it animal? Is it a creature? Is it dead? Is it alive? There's so many variables, so many things to think about. And for us, we're going to be creating a Draugr. It's essentially the undead from Nordic mythology. And why are we doing that? Because what is cooler than a zombie Viking? So the first thing in our process is to figure out where those lines and those wrinkles are going. So take the eye, for instance. The eye is somewhere that has a lot of these long, hanging pieces of skin. It's a great place to start. And the first thing we're going to figure out is the deeper lines. We always start off with the deepest wrinkles and lines and skin flaps on the piece. Then we'll start to come over the top with the smaller lines and wrinkles, the ones that go in different directions. And one thing to remember is there's no straight lines in nature. So to make this look realistic, we need to make sure that we're not creating them too straight. So drawing wrinkles and lines is one thing, but sculpting and carving them is another. We could just carve those lines in, but what we'd be left with is a trench like this. And that actually doesn't look very convincing as a wrinkle. But this is the starting point, and there's further steps we take to make these wrinkles look super realistic. The first technique we can use is we can take one of our clay ribbon tools and we can take away these edges. And then we can smooth them out with that ribbon tool, and we are then left with some nice beveled edges, just the way that skin rolls up. And there really are so many great references with skin. There's some great books out there with facial references. You've got Google Images. You can even look at the back of your own hand. It's got some great wrinkles and lines on there. So this is technique number 1. Technique number 2 is where we have lines and wrinkles crossing over each other. If you look at the back of your knuckle, you'll see this. Wrinkles will intersect with each other, and you're left with a little island of skin in the middle. So what we're then going to do is take a small piece of clay and we're going to press it on these islands. And what that's going to create is a raised piece of skin. As you can probably tell, I really like wrinkles. Now we bolt out our mask pretty quick, but this section is going to take a little time. So I think what we need to do now is make some wrinkles. So we've got some wrinkles. Hopefully you could see the techniques that I was trying to show you on the whiteboard earlier. I used the clay ribbon tools and the wax carving tools to find out where those lines are, and then we built up those skin flaps and skin wrinkles around the eye socket with little tiny pieces of clay. And I think it's looking pretty good. We are a hell of a long way to finishing it, but you can kind of see where it's going. So the next stage, once we have got our deepest wrinkles in there, is we want to now smooth out that surface so we can start to add some shallower wrinkles. And to do that, I'm going to use one of these. Now this is a little filter for a fish tank. So it's a really kind of coarse and rough sponge, and it's great for adding a little bit of texture actually, but also smoothing it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go against the grain in terms of where the lines are going, and I'm going to just smooth this out a little bit, and it's actually going to start to make those lines pop and actually blend everything together. As you can see, we've actually only done this one eye socket here, and we have all of this to go. So I think we really need to get on with it. Making some amazing progress with our mask. We've almost finished the deep wrinkles on the face. We've just got the chin left and some of the side bits. Then we're going to turn it around. We're going to do the wrinkles on the back. It's not so many, so it shouldn't take us quite as long. And then we're going to do the chest and the back. And we've still got so many wrinkles to put on there. So many wrinkles. But I love wrinkles, and they look so good when they're finished. Once we put all those deep wrinkles in, we can start to put the more intricate, smaller, fine wrinkles to really add that ultra realism to our piece. So again, thank you for joining me on part 2 of our silicone monster mask build, and please join me on part 3. We'll get a little step closer to completing our silicone Draugr mask.